Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Miami's beautiful, vibrant Wynwood Art District. Today in this video, we're gonna be talking about the top 5 things to do if you're visiting Wynwood, if you live in Miami and maybe you wanna get your toes dipped into Wynwood a little bit more. We're gonna talk about it in this video today. So follow me and let's go check it out. In 1917, Wynwood was purchased as farmland from the city of Miami and later became a working class neighborhood, luring in commercial residents as well. Throughout the mid to late 1900s, Wynwood was an enclave for Caribbean immigrants and home to Miami's garment district. Nowadays, however, Wynwood is the bustling art district of Miami, home to tons of art galleries, super unique retail stores, eclectic bars, trendy artisanal eateries, creative vibes everywhere you look, and one of the largest open-air street art installations in the world. As of September of last year, I actually became a Wynwood resident myself, and I've personally witnessed the growth and change of this neighborhood over the last 17 years, so I wanted to share the definitive list from a Wynwood local of the top 5 things to do in Wynwood. Plus, I'm gonna give you my uncensored, controversial opinion on the places to avoid, which I think is super helpful, honestly, and I have some bonus things to do at the end, so stay tuned for the whole video so you don't miss out. And if you need anything at all in the world of Miami real estate, feel free to reach out to me anytime. Let's get started. Number 1, ride a bike or walk through the streets and see the art in art galleries. This might sound like an obvious one because it's the Wynwood Art District, but honestly, it is so fun and just super magical to walk or ride through the streets and see all the masterpieces on the walls. You will definitely have a good time doing this. You'll see tons of people taking selfies, and you can definitely get in on that action as well. A lot of people like to try to find murals that match their outfits. You can see works by world famous artists, and a lot of times you can catch artists in the act as well. You can definitely cover more ground by bike, but walking is also perfectly great, and it's a more relaxed pace to take things in, and you might see some things that you would miss if you were going faster on a bike as well. Biking will take you a couple hours to get through all the streets, and walking probably around 4 hours will be time to turn it in. Even though it's impossible to literally see everything in Wynwood, I would say that's a good time to budget for this experience. As far as galleries, here are some of the best ones in my opinion. The Bakehouse Art Complex, Art Fusion Galleries, the David Castillo Gallery, Dot 51 Gallery, Spinello Projects, the Rubel Museum, the Museum of Graffiti, and the Margulies Collection at the Warehouse. Number 2, Wynwood Walls. This is one of the largest outdoor street art exhibitions on planet Earth, and it's an absolute must-do activity if you're visiting Wynwood. It's one of the original mural attractions of the neighborhood and has become an icon of Wynwood, and it's kid-friendly as well. You'll be able to see street art from famous artists from around the world. There's over 40 large-scale murals and some incredible sculptures as well. At the back of the property, you have the Goldman Global Arts Gallery, which is basically a whole nother museum that's air conditioned, and you can see works from a lot of the artists that are featured in the murals of Wynwood Walls, which is super cool, and it features contemporary art by both established and emerging artists. Now, I'm a little bit salty because it used to be free to go to Wynwood Walls. You could just walk on in and enjoy. However, now they've started selling tickets, but I think that it's still worth it. At only $12 per adult, I think it's a good value for what you get. Plus, if you're a Miami-Dade resident like myself, it's only $8. And for seniors, teachers, military, first responders, it's only $10. Students with an ID are $5, and kids under 12 are free. So I think that it's a good value, and personally, I always enjoy my time there. You can also do a street art experience while you're there, which is part of the ticket, and basically they give you spray paint cans for a few minutes and let you go wild on the walls so you can become a part of the art itself, which is pretty cool. Number 3, eating and drinking. I know I love to do both of those things, and in Wynwood there are some of the best restaurants in Miami, and there's always new places opening up. It literally seems like every day a new place opens up. Obviously some places don't make it, but there's always new places coming in, and there's always new things to try. Here are some of my personal favorites. Kiyu actually just reopened after renovating the inside of the restaurant. Love that spot. Icon Mediterranean is a local spot that's really, really good. Salty Donut has literally some of the best donuts on planet Earth. Panther Coffee is the heart, the epicenter, the mecca of Wynwood. It is the original coffee shop and really, really amazing coffee. Zach the Baker is a kosher baker. Beaker and Gray is amazing. Suvice, Joe's Pizza, which is a New York staple that opened in Wynwood somewhat recently. Morelia Paletas, if you like sweets. Bacan is an upscale Mexican joint. Love Life Cafe if you like healthy stuff, as well as the Dr. Smood or Cafe Smood if you like healthy stuff as well. And if you don't like healthy stuff, you got Skinny Louie's Smash Burgers. And there's also Manta Wynwood, which is a Peruvian spot that's really good. And recently, there was a spot that opened up that I really, really love. It's called Jan Couvrier. I probably just butchered that, but it's a French cafe slash bakery. And when I tell you they have some of the best baked goods you'll ever have, believe me when I tell you, they have some of the best baked goods you'll ever have. And then last but not least is Bar Taco. Love their tacos. If craft beer is your thing, Wynwood has 3 craft breweries, although only one, J. Wakefield, is independent. The other 2, Veza Sur and Cerveceria La Tropical, are both corporate backed by Anheuser-Busch and Heineken respectively, but all 3 are good vibes and honestly I'd say worth visiting. I'd put them in order of J. Wakefield, Cerveceria La Tropical, and Veza Sur as far as putting my favorites first. Now this next part might be a little bit controversial, but I honestly don't care because this is my YouTube channel, but here are the restaurants that I would definitely recommend staying away from. Talking Tacos, Freehold Pizza, they have a sign that says Brooklyn Pizza out front. It's absolutely horrible. And then third is Coyo Taco. A lot of people love Coyo Taco, but every time I've been here, I've just had a really bad experience, except in the little back hidden speakeasy club in the back. It's pretty cool and worth going and having a drink in there, but food-wise, it's definitely a no from me. Number 4, shopping. I'm personally not a big shopper myself, but even I have to admit, there's some really, really cool stuff that you can find in Wynwood, from fashion, vintage clothing, original art, handmade crafts, and unique items made by local artists. So if you get a chance to walk around and peruse some items, it's definitely worth it. Here are some shops that I'd recommend checking out: Supply and Advise, Frangipani, Wynwood Collective, the Lotus House Thrift Chic Boutique, and Wynwood Tribe. The Wynwood Tribe is probably my favorite of all of them because when I walk in there, honestly, I feel like every other thing I see, I want to buy it. They just have some really cool, unique stuff in there, from clothes to all kinds of funky, weird little doodads and cool stuff. Number 5 is Nightlife. If you're a Miami local, you don't go to South Beach, you don't go to downtown, and you definitely don't want to go to Brickell and deal with all the traffic. If you want to go out partying and dancing, most locals go to Wynwood, and here are some of my favorites. Gramps is a definitive local spot. It's a great bar, indoor and outdoor. You can catch live music there or DJs. 1-800-LUCKY is an Asian-themed food hall with some great food. They have a good bar, and there's also outdoor dancing there as well with tons of different DJs, super good vibes. The Dirty Rabbit is a Latin bar, and it is definitely always a great time. Highly recommend. This next one I almost didn't want to put on the list because it's already a small spot and gets really busy on the weekends especially, but Dante's Hi-Fi is a super cool craft cocktail bar where they have DJs that spin exclusively vinyl, and you can also hang out outside here too. Now, next up is Savage Labs Wynwood. Love this spot, recently found out about it. They have an indoor-outdoor situation as well, super chill. El Patio Wynwood, also recommend. The Wynwood Marketplace caps off the list here, and they have an outdoor bar slash dance club, and you can also shop from local vendors while you're there. They also recently opened up a pickleball situation at the back part of the Wynwood Marketplace recently, so if you like to play pickleball, you can come here during the daytime and get your pickle on. Now, there's definitely one place I think you should stay away from as far as nightlife goes, and that is Astra Rooftop. This place is a disaster. There's only one elevator going up and down, and it's super slow. The service is atrocious, the drinks are horrible, and the food is, I would say, below average. But other than that, the nightlife in Wynwood is super, super fun, so pretty much anywhere you go, you're gonna have a good time. I promised you guys I'd tell you my bonus spots here, so coming in at number 1 on the bonuses, is the Paradox Museum. I actually went here recently and had a great time. There's tons of opportunities to take super creative photos and selfies, over 70 interactive exhibits that'll genuinely bewilder you and have you smiling and laughing the whole time. It took us about an hour and a half to go through. Next up is Puttery. This is a chain putt-putt place, but it's actually super cool. It's a miniature golf restaurant and bar combination that's an absolute blast. There's 3 different courses. They have American food with a Latin twist and some super creative themed cocktails across 2 bars. And it's only $27 for unlimited putt-putt. Next up is Locked and Loaded Miami. This is a gun range where you can fire fully automatic machine guns, which is pretty wild, and they also have an exhibit on wartime weaponry that's pretty cool. The next bonus thing to do is to see a musical performance at Oasis Wynwood. Though there isn't programming here every night, if there is something happening here that you're interested in, I would definitely go check it out. And last but not least is Smorgasburg Miami. This is a giant open-air food court where you can find a wildly diverse array of food from different local vendors and restaurants. I honestly love this place and I wish that it was open every day. However, it's only open on Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 8 p.m. right across the street from Wynwood Walls. I look forward to coming over to Smorgasburg once a week to relax, try some new food, and soak in the vibes. So Smorgasburg, get your act together and start opening 7 days a week. Well, that's the end of our video today. I hope you all enjoyed the top 5 things to do in Wynwood, plus those little bonuses that I threw in there for you at the end. Don't forget, before you go, make sure to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss videos like this in the future. And if you need anything in the world of Miami real estate, head on down to the description. All my contact info's there, and I'd love to hear from you. Jake Fletcher here with the Fletcher Group at eXp Realty, your Miami real estate agent, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.